Hi y'all, welcome back. Today I'm going to be preserving some aloe I had to pull up in the aloe patch here behind me. I was putting down the new fence and we had to pull up some aloe that had grown up too close against the fence. So in pulling those, I chose the bigger plants because I had to pull some pretty good sized plants. I decided to harvest those and preserve them for future use. We're going to be preserving them for sunburns, of course. It's summertime. We all get sunburnt. Any skin irritations, acne, anything that we can use it for on the skin as far as cuts, different things. It's so good for so many different things. But I want you guys to be mindful that it does have if you use aloe in excess, it can have a drying effect on the skin. So please keep that in mind and be mindful not to overuse aloe for the skin. Okay, but it does have several good benefits for the skin. So with that being said, we'll continue on with the skin. You can do it on your face. You can do it anywhere. We can even put it on our scalp. It's great for dandruff. So it has a soothing effect for the itchy scalp that we tend to get with dandruff. So and also I'm going to be preserving it because my oldest daughter and we have a small soap business, and we're building our soap business, and we'll be using aloe to make a new bar of aloe soap. So we'll be needing the aloe as well for the soap making that we'll be doing. So with that being said, and me sharing the benefits that I'll be using the aloe for, the reason we need to preserve it here, it's just going to make it easier for us to access it. It'll also be cooler and help with the sunburn more, and it will also be better use with our lye mixture for our soap frozen. So I'm going to be freezing some and want to bring you guys along and share how that's going to go with you. In the freezer we can store aloe for up to 8 months, so that's another great benefit of freezing the aloe. We can have it in readily available in the frozen form for several months to come. Okay, so come on, let's go inside and get to that. We'll need a container to mix in, or blender of choice. We have an immersion blender or a regular blender and some ice cube trays. We'll start by trimming the leaves. We can trim them one single leaf at a time, like this. Or we can trim the whole plant all at once, like this. If we're harvesting the whole plant, it's just easier to cut the whole top off. And then we'll trim the surrounding leaves. The center of this plant looks like a beautiful rose. We're going to stand these upright in this bowl and let them sit for 10 minutes. The reason being is the aloe leaves put out a yellowish liquid. It's not toxic, but if you ingest it, it can cause an upset stomach. So we're going to set these upright for about 10 minutes. Okay, now that I've let them set for 10 minutes, we are going to take and cut these spines off here on the side. They're very sharp spines, so let's be careful with that. We're going to take a very sharp knife and go carefully down the edge of the aloe leaf. Carefully not to cut yourself. Do both sides. Make sure to cut off any dead parts. Get any trash off. Put our scraps in a scrap bowl. And here you have the clean leaf with the edges trimmed. I do tend to set mine in water. I'll show you on another leaf here. We're going to trim the edges again, carefully, on both sides. Again, trimming off any dead parts. Look how beautiful that leaf is. Alright, so we are going to get out that gel there. In order to do that, we're going to need to cut just under the top outer layer of the leaf, like so. I usually do not do this, and I don't recommend doing this, but for me to be able to show you up close, you just lightly slide the knife under the top layer. And there you go. And then you scrap the other piece. And I'll show you again. Okay, here it is. We're going to lay this one down for safety reasons. Okay, you hold it firmly and slide the knife just under the top layer of the skin. I'm going to carefully trim the green that I missed from the leaf off of the gel carefully. We're not going to have it perfect, but we are going to try and trim off as much of the green as we possibly can. Again, carefully, not to cut yourself. And then we're going to take the spoon and scrape the gel right off the bottom leaf. We'll want to make sure that we try and trim all the green bits off of the gel. We want to find as many helpers as we can, no matter how small they may be. They're never too young to learn. Alright, so we're going to try pouring about half of this gel into this pitcher. I'm decided to use the immersion blender for my mixing. I feel that it'll give me a little bit better control over the blending. So we're going to try to accomplish about half of this bowl without it going everywhere. Okay, I think we have about half of it poured in. As you can see, there are some green bits in there. I'm okay with that. So we're going to go ahead and blend it very well. We want to mix well enough to get a smooth texture. Okay, I think I've got the texture that I'd like. Like it to try to be as smooth as possible. Blend it another few seconds, make sure. And then once that's done, we'll take the blender out, set it to the side, grab the ice tray, and pour. This is the reason I chose to use the pitcher. Oh, poor baby is getting hungry. We're going to have to speed this process up so she can eat. So I chose to use this pitcher because it has the spout on it, and it just seemed to make it easier. I don't know how the trash got in there, but lo and behold, there ended up being a little trash in these couple of cubes here. So we'll remove all the trash, make sure there's nothing in there, and just continue to fill each individual cube cell to the maximum. Now that that's done, we'll take it and put it in the freezer. Wait for a few hours till it freezes solid, and then we'll remove them. Alright guys, the boys wanted to join me on the video. I will introduce them. This is my nephew Christopher. I call him Little Dude. This is Aiden, my grandson, and the one that just slipped out of the film there, he is Oliver, also my grandson. We wanted to wrap this up. They wanted to be a part. The ice cubes are finally frozen after several hours. Okay, and we have smaller cubes for those boo-boos. We did do smaller cubes. Yep. And we're going to put those in the smaller bag here. And then we also have the larger cubes. Okay. Yep, and we will put them in the big bag here. Okay, so we have two different size boo-boos. For boo-boos, we have the smaller ones and we have the larger ones. So we'll have boo-boo medicine for all size boo-boos. Thanks guys for joining us. Bye. Say bye guys.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Big one goes in the big one, little one goes. Make it quick. Okay, make it quick so they don't start melting.
They already melting. There's water in the bottom of the thing.
Oh, is there?
I was kidding.
Oh,
There's water on my hand.
You were freaking me out. The big ones, only the big ones go in that one.
Yeah, down.
Here. Now that one's no good. It's got to go in the sink. So quit playing. Let's get them in there. Ooh.
I'm going to hold
the
big one.
I know, but don't hold it so tight so we can hold it like that. There we go. So we can get our hands in.
Oh, never mind.
You can rinse it off.
Hey, I got
Go put it in a bowl.
Where?
In the cabinet up there, buddy. If you find a little one, put it in the little. Oh, there's one little one.
This is the only bowl I
got one.
That's fine.
I got it.
Okay. All right.
It was melting in my hand.
That's okay. Put it in there and put it back in the freezer, and we'll remember to wash it off.
In this one?
Y'all got it? Yeah, slimy, ain't it?
In this one?
Yes, baby.
Feel mine. I cut some. Feel mine.
I hope you guys found this video informative, and if you did, please consider subscribing for more content like this. Also, hit the notifications bell, and you'll be notified every time I put a new video out. So, until next time, guys, happy homesteading.